Your thoughts are powerful. They are so powerful, in fact, that they are ultimately shaping the outcome of your entire life. Because you'll get what you think about most of the time, and you'll become what you think about most of the time as well. So what happens if we allow negative thoughts and take negative actions? What will that bring into our life? It will lower our vibration and attract more of those things. If we don't select and monitor the thoughts that enter our mind, then we will attract a lot of things in life that we don't necessarily want. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to observe and react to your thoughts. Let's get right to it. I'm Brandon Eastman with BeBetterIndustries.com. And on this YouTube channel, we talk about tips and strategies that will help you to perform at your peak so that you can amplify your success. So if you want to be more successful in your own life, be sure to hit the subscribe button here and hit the bell. That way you see all new videos that we release every single Monday. And while you're down there, hit that like button so that this video can be shown to more people who want to know how to observe their thoughts and react to them in order to improve their life. Almost 6 years ago, I was 60 to 70 pounds heavier than I am right now. I was over $20,000 in crippling credit card debt. I was extremely depressed. I didn't even want to leave my apartment because I didn't want people to see me. I didn't want to be judged because I had extremely low self-worth. And it got to a point where I knew I needed to change something. So I started to read books. I found mentors that helped me in my life. I attended seminars. I took courses online. I tried anything that would help take me from where I was to anywhere different, a different place, because I knew where I wasn't good for me. And one of the most rudimentary principles that I learned from those books and those courses and the people that I spent time around, my mentors, was you are not your thoughts. And this is a very important principle because a lot of the times we identify with what we think, when in reality, we all have the same thoughts on a daily basis. But some people just practice specific thoughts and specific emotions better. As an example, 6 years ago, I was very good at having depressing thoughts. I was very good at feeling sad. I was very good at feeling depressed because that was the emotion that I practiced more. If you spend your time practicing an emotion, then you're going to get very, very good at that emotion. So when I heard you are not your thoughts, I sat back and I asked myself, what exactly does this mean? And I want you to think of your thoughts as a constantly flowing stream. It's constantly flowing. Thoughts are going down this stream all day long. Thousands and thousands of thoughts. Over 90% of those thoughts are the same ones that you had the day before. Okay, so you see all these thoughts flowing by you in this stream, and I want you to think of you as an observer to those thoughts. You're simply watching them flow by you as they flow down the stream. Now, this is the cool thing about you as the observer. You have a spear in your hand, and as you see thoughts go by that you want to latch onto, that you want to fish up for dinner that night, you can take your spear and you can snatch those thoughts, whatever ones that you want to. Now, in that stream are thoughts of anxiety. There's thoughts of depression. There's thoughts of scarcity, thoughts of lack, thoughts of judgment. But you don't have to spear up those thoughts. Because in that same stream, constantly flowing, thousands of them every single day, are positive thoughts. There are thoughts of abundance. There are thoughts of service, thoughts of love, thoughts of happiness, thoughts of excitement that you can spear up instead. Now, this is the thing. All of those thoughts are flowing by you all day, every single day. And you, as the observer, are consciously, but mostly unconsciously, fishing up those thoughts. And This is why some people always live in an emotional state of sadness, of depression, of lack, of scarcity. And it's because they're subconsciously fishing up the thoughts of depression, of scarcity, of not having enough. And because they're so good at fishing up those thoughts, it becomes automatic. Just like when you drive home from work, you're probably pretty good at getting home, right? Do you think about every single turn that you have to make? Do you think about every single red light that you have to stop at, every single stop sign, every single intersection? No, you're really good at driving home. So at this point, it's automatic, almost to the point where you might get home now and you might think to yourself, I don't even remember any aspect of that drive the entire way home. It's because your brain and your mind is on autopilot. You're so good at it that it just happens automatically. The same thing happens with your thoughts. So I want you to ask yourself right now, what thoughts are you inhabiting and accepting mostly in your days? And the way to determine what thoughts you're holding on to the most is to ask yourself, how do you feel about your life right now? Are you excited about life? Are you happy with where you are right now in your life? Or are you dissatisfied? And by the way, dissatisfaction's okay because that means that you want to grow and get better. But are you not happy with where you are in life right now? Are you sad? Are you down in the dumps? Do you have no energy? Do you never want to leave your house the same way I was 6 years ago? And if the answer is yes, then that means you are spearing up thoughts from your stream that don't serve you. And when you spear up negative thoughts from that stream, you are lowering your vibration, which therefore activates the law of attraction, which attracts more negative thoughts to you. And you're probably saying, okay, Brandon, this is great, but what can I actually do to take control of my thoughts and attract more positive thoughts into my life? You do the same exact thing that you're doing right now, except instead of spearing up the negative thoughts, you spear up the thoughts that serve you most. Now, this is a muscle. This is a skill that you're going to have to get better at. It's not going to be easy at the beginning. I'm not here to tell you that life is all peaches and rainbows and happiness. That's not the case. Remember, we all have the same thoughts. We all experience depression, anxiety, nervousness. Life is a challenge, but we do challenging things. Right? That's why you're on this channel, because you know life is difficult, but you do difficult things. And this is just one more thing that you'll do. It will be difficult at first, but you will get better at it. So the first step here is to understand that you are not your thoughts. You are simply an observer watching the thoughts flow by in your mind. And the cool thing is, you get to choose the thoughts that you want to accept. Now, the next step is to ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? So throughout your day, my challenge to you is ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? And if the answer is down in the dumps, no energy, not happy, lazy, lethargic, then you know that you're holding on and spearing up thoughts that don't serve you. So then, at that point, ask yourself, what am I thinking about? Because your thoughts determine how you feel. What you focus on determines how you feel. And how you feel determines what you do. It determines the actions that you take. If you're down in the dumps, lazy, lethargic, you're probably not going to get up and go to the gym. You're probably not going to start a savings account or an investment account. You have to start asking yourself better questions. Because 6 years ago, I was asking myself questions like, why is this happening to me? Why am I so overweight? Why am I so much in debt? And whatever question you ask yourself, your brain's going to give you an answer. And my brain gave me the answer of, you're lazy, you're not worth it, you are not enough, you are stressed, you are anxious, this is where you're going to stay, right? So you got to ask yourself better questions. And once you determine what you're thinking about, if you're spearing up thoughts that aren't helping you, then simply change what you think about. Instead of asking yourself, why me? Instead, ask yourself a different question. Maybe you could ask yourself, how can I improve this situation? Or, my favorite, what am I happy about in my life right now? Why am I happy about it? What am I excited about in my life right now? What am I grateful for in my life? What am I proud of in my life? If you ask yourself those questions, your brain has to supply you an answer for those too. And it will find everything that you're happy for, everything that you're excited for. And if you respond subconsciously and say, I'm not happy for anything in my life, then ask yourself, well, if I was happy, what could I be happy for? If I was grateful, or if I had to be grateful, what could I be grateful for? So ask yourself different questions. You are not your thoughts. Whenever you have a judgmental moment come into your mind, when you walk by somebody who's overweight or somebody on the side of the street might be homeless, whenever you think of a judgmental thought such as, oh, they need to get a job, oh, they should lose weight, oh, that person should watch how they talk to me next time, then instead of accepting that thought, instead of making a facial expression to go along with that thought, instead of acting upon that thought, let it pass by. You don't have to accept all the thoughts that flow by you in the river. The river is there. It gives you plenty of options of thoughts that you can snatch up from the river and believe and take action on. Really, what this comes down to is conscious awareness, recognizing what you're thinking about, recognizing how it makes you feel, and if it's not making you feel the way that you want to feel, simply change your focus and focus on something that makes you happy. Focus on something that excites you. Focus on something that you're grateful for. Focus on the people in your life that you love and the people who love you in your life. Because when you think about those emotional states, they are a much higher vibration. And as a result, you then activate the law of attraction again, which will attract more positive and good thoughts into your life. Remember, your thoughts determine the actions that you take, and your actions shape your entire life. And I know it will make a dramatic difference for you because it completely transformed my life. This one simple strategy. Now, if you want more strategies for how you can take your life even further to the next level, then click the first link in the description below to download my free ebook of Be Extraordinary, Your Guide to Self-Mastery, which will help you to obtain self-mastery in the 5 key areas of your life. And while you're down there, again, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you're notified of all future videos, and hit that like button if you now know how to observe and react to your thoughts in a way that serves you. And until we talk again, continue to be better.